Yep. Y'all already know. Y'all already know who it is, man. It's King Ade with the Wizards Review. Man, you know, we took a loss tonight. Let's get it out the way. We took a loss tonight. However, I thought I was going to be way more angry than I am at the moment because we made a great comeback. Although there's no moral losses. You know what I mean? There's no, you know, we lost, but nah, it's just we lost. You know what I'm saying? We lost, but you know, we got down real big, man. So for us to even lose by single digits, man, I mean, you know, a lot happened, transpired throughout the game. So, you know, we can't just say we just all the way came back and it was like nothing on their end because Jokic had a big game. So anyway, man, anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just get right into it. Since we lost the game, I'm gonna start with the stuff I like. You know what I mean? There were a few things I liked tonight. And one, first and foremost, man, I like Bradley Beal at the beginning of the game. He was scoring and assisting. You know what I mean? Making things happen. Being aggressive, you know, and I thought it was going to carry over throughout the evening. But he only had 6 points at the end of the half. You know what I mean? So it wasn't as it didn't carry over throughout the first half. You know what I mean? But I did see him showing some type of aggressiveness and just trying to score, get teammates involved. He ended up with 9 assists. You know what I mean? Wait, was it 9 assists? Let me make sure. No, my fault. He ended up with 10 assists. You know what I mean? He ended up with 10 assists. And I didn't even realize it until I actually looked at the stat line because I was so focused on his shooting throughout the game for most of the game. But he had 10 assists, a couple rebounds, ended up with 19 points. You know what I mean? So, again, I did like him in the first half. I mean, not first half, the beginning of the first quarter. But then in the second half, he turned it on and he got hot. It just was a little bit too late. You know what I mean? A little bit too late. I also liked early in the game our ball movement as well as in the second half. You know what I'm saying? I definitely liked how we looked in the second half. But we were moving the ball a little more crisp starting the game. And again, it's like we start the game the way we need to start the game, but it's like we just can't sustain for like the whole 48. You know what I mean? Like the first half, after the start of the first half, was atrocious, man. Like not even the first half, like towards the end of the first quarter. You know what I mean? It was bad. It got bad in the first half. You know what I mean? But it shows in the beginning of the game that, we're trying to do the right thing, but they got to do a better job of just staying focused for the whole 48 minutes, man. I like Kispert tonight, man, coming off the bench. Again, man, I've just been noticing, rookie, but he's a smart player. He's going to be a great player for us moving towards the future. You know what I mean? As a rookie, I just see the potential. Not going to say he's going to be like a big-time all-star type of player, but he's definitely a great role player right now as a rookie. He just does the right things on the court. There's still things he has to work on, but that's with most rookies coming into this league, you know what I mean? So, but he did bring a spark off the bench, especially in the first half when we really had nothing going on. So, just to see him getting better, becoming a key contributor, Coach Unseld trusting him, putting him in the game early. It was a good look. Again, Kuzma didn't play, so there was more time for the small forwards, and he got in. So I definitely like that. Bertans, man, this might have been his best game tonight. This is the game that we need Bertans to play like damn near every night. Like this is what we pay him for. I mean, he had the best game tonight. Matter of fact, for sure, he had the best plus minus on the team by far, plus 22. Since when did we say Bertans had a plus anything? You know what I mean? So to have a plus 22 tonight was a great accomplishment, man. Unfortunately, it came in a loss, but we just hope that he can carry this over. He showed that he can do it. You know what I mean? I don't know what's was slowing him down, but he was making good plays, and it wasn't just his shooting. He was active. You know what I mean? He made some floaters. He dunked the ball. You know what I mean? He played a good game tonight. A great game, as a matter of fact. We just need him to do that more often. So I definitely like what I saw from him, man. Beal, man, like I said, scoring and assisting early in the game, but he woke up in the third quarter. He woke up in the third quarter and he played a better second half. He just needs to play that second half and the first half and then just bring it all together full 48. That's been the problem for the Wizards that I've been noticing the last few games. They've had stretches within games where they played well, but they can't keep it going for 48 minutes. You know what I mean? That's what they got to work on. But again, we have to remember, and I know it's tough. I know it's tough, especially with the promising start we had early in the season. But it's still a fairly new team, first-year coach. You know what I mean? A lot of players still getting their chemistry back, and we don't have all our pieces. You know what I mean? We don't have all our pieces. So, you know, it's just a lot of, you know, getting used to getting better with the players, getting more chemistry and stuff like that. But Beal did show something in the second half, man, and that's something we need to see starting the game, man. You know what I mean? So I liked how he looked in the second half, that's for sure. We went on a big run. In the second half, we went on a big run to come back. 47-24 is the last count that I had. It might have been a little bigger, you know what I mean? But that's the last count I had. Nevertheless, it was a 20-plus turnaround to get the game into single digits with a chance to actually win the game. Although it was a long shot, you know what I mean, it still was a chance to win the game. You know, Jokic got ejected, and you know he had a great argument for why he was upset. You know what I'm saying? But that definitely contributed to us coming back, man. But yeah, so we had a great second half tonight, man. I just wish we could have done it for 48 minutes. As a matter of fact, the game really was a mirror image of the team playing yesterday, the football team playing yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like, started off mad slow, thought the game was over. You know what I'm saying? In the first half, that's exactly how it looked yesterday. Like, the game was over, no need to watch, but somehow, some way, we came back. And that's exactly what happened today. Even to the point of, well, yesterday it was more like a fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was real chippy. But, you know, it wasn't a fight tonight. Like, it wasn't like the Nuggets and the Wizards was about to get into a fight. But just the fact that a big-time player got ejected, chippy game, it was really eerily similar to the game the football team had yesterday. You know what I mean? But we lost, so I didn't like that. And one of the biggest things that I liked tonight, man, and I think Coach Unseld really has to take a hard look at this. I said this a few games ago, I noticed, man, but our Holiday, he came in and played a great second half. He closed the second half. Dinwiddie didn't close the second half. Holiday did, you know what I mean? And what Holiday provides that Dinwiddie hasn't been providing is he provides that classic quick point guard. He's not John Wall. He's not Russell Westbrook. But he provides what... I like all three of our point guards, Neto, Holiday, and Dinwiddie. But there's times where they all bring something different to the table. And there's going to be times where, you know, Dinwiddie's strength is going to be needed in games. Neto's strength is going to be needed in games. But tonight, Holiday was what we needed, and he should have played more. But again, who knew that he was going to come in and have a big game like he did? But Coach Unseld really has to see, like, yo, we have a point guard that can push the pace, make the right play. You know what I'm saying? And he's young, so the more he plays, the more he's going to get better. You know, again, man, I like Dinwiddie, but his energy level, I don't know, maybe he's still recovering from his injury because he's not as consistent as we need him to be game in and game out. You know what I mean? So just to see Holiday come in, give us that spark, again, lead the comeback for us to almost come back and win. It was very encouraging just to see that, man. So, you know, I did like that, man. And quite frankly, that's about all I liked tonight, man. It was really an ugly game. For us to make it respectable was commendable, but it still wasn't enough. We didn't get the win. We're still losing games. And we need wins, man. We need wins. You know what I mean? We need wins. So with that said, man, let's just talk about the stuff that I dislike, man. And early in the game, off jump, man. Denny then he got to get his three-point shot together. He had so many open threes early in the game, and it's like he missed them all. He missed them all. He has a stroke, you know what I'm saying? He got to get it more consistent, you know what I'm saying? Those threes that he missed were momentum killers because he was wide open. The ball was moving. I mentioned it in the things I like. The ball was moving the right way, quick, you know what I mean? Quick passes, pass to the open man takes the shot. Basic basketball. The problem was the open man was missing shots, and Denny missed a lot of shots. But I'm not just going to say Denny. The team as a whole missed a lot of shots, especially in the first half, yo. But it really, Denny's missing threes really stood out because they were threes that could have kept us the momentum going, and it was like momentum killers, man, the threes that he was missing. So he definitely needs to work on that. Another thing I disliked, man, was our our defense overall. I'm not just going to say our three-point defense in the first half. It was a three-point defense. It was the defense going to the hole. It was everything. You know what I mean? It was everything. They went up 10 points in the first quarter. They went up by the end of the first quarter. They was up 10. You know what I'm saying? I think they was up 20. They was up 20 by the end of within the second quarter. They was up 20. I think they were up 20 by halftime, and they even got all the way up to 30-point lead in the third quarter before we made our furious comeback. You know what I mean? So, again, getting down double digits has been a problem, an Achilles heel, something that we cannot afford to let happen, and we've been letting it happen too many times, man. That our defense, especially early in the game, man, first half, it was atrocious, man. Too many open threes. But we got to give Denver credit, man. They're known for moving that ball. They were moving the ball. Campazzo was having crazy, especially in the second quarter. He had two crazy passes. Two crazy back-to-back assists, man. One behind, one no look, and just one bounce pass, half-court bounce pass. And they, you know what I mean? But that was just an example of their ball movement tonight, man. They had great ball movement, especially in the first half, man. And we really lost the game in the first half. We really lost the game in the first half. We had to spend too much energy in the second half to try to make a comeback, and we just couldn't get it done. You know what I mean? Another thing I didn't like, man, our turnovers in the second quarter, man. Matter of fact, we turned the ball over a lot. Bad turnovers. I'm not gonna say we turned the ball over a lot as a whole, but it was the time and when we turned the ball over. And we did turn the ball over a little bit too much, but it was the timing and when we turned the ball over that really made it feel worse than it actually was. You know what I mean? We got to be better with the ball, especially against a good team, especially when they're on a run and we need to make a comeback. Again, man, we turned the ball over way too much in critical times of this game, so I definitely didn't like that, man. Early in the game, KCP missing everything. It felt like, that's why I didn't want to just say Denny, because KCP was missing everything early, you know what I mean? He got hot in the fourth quarter. He was part of the reason we came back, made some big clutch threes in the fourth. But first half, I don't know. This team just wasn't ready the way they needed to be, man. That's been the theme. That's been the theme, not being ready. Letting teams go up on us double digits in the first half. They got to cut it out. They got to come focused and come with the intensity that they came back with in the second half. We need that from first to fourth quarter. We need that. You know what I'm saying? We need that, man. What else I didn't like? They had a 19-3 run from the end of the second quarter going into the third quarter. 19-3 run. Blew the lead up to 30 points before we made a comeback. But again, man, a 19-3 run. Terrible. We letting teams score too easy. And it coincides with what I said with the three-point defense I didn't like. And then them getting dribble penetration, getting to the hole. It was just terrible. So they got to get better with that, man. They got to get better with that. But the biggest thing, another thing I didn't like, man. Bradley Beal, man, only scored 6 points in the first half. Again, he had a great second half. He had 10 assists for the game, but we need him to score as well. We need, 7 to 10 assists. But 28 to 30 points a game, 28 plus points a game. That's what we need from him. 28 points, 7 plus assists, 4 to 5 rebounds a game. That's what we need from Bradley Beal every night. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, this second half that he had tonight will carry over, especially because we have a long road trip. We still got some games, tough road trip, and we need him to play better. And he played the way we need him to play in the second half. We need him to play like that, game in, game out, starting tonight. Second half was the start of what we need to see from him moving forward. You know what I mean? But the biggest thing I didn't like, and unfortunately, it's just something. It is what it is. Jokic had a monster game. He was not only did he have did he end up with the triple double before he got kicked out? Let me make sure. Let me see if he had the triple double. 17 points, 19 rebounds, 9 assists, 28 points. So he missed the triple double by 1 assist, and that's only because he got kicked out the game. I mean, let me repeat the stat line: 28 points, 19 rebounds, 9 assists. And had the nerve to have 3 steals on top of that, man. That boy the truth, man. He the truth. I mean, he's the truth, yo. I mean, his game was so effortless. You know what I mean? Scoring, assisting, rebounding. He was doing everything. We had no answer for him. And you could just see the size disadvantage that the Wizards. Again, this is something that I knew was going to be an issue for us. I like Gafford. I like Montrezl Harrell. But against big-time centers that have size, we're going to struggle every night. And again, we had another struggle with a nice MVP center. MVP. Jokic. You know what I mean? I can't be mad at Gafford. I can't be mad at Montrezl because they're not big enough to guard him. They're just not big. They gave the effort. Gafford threw his stuff a few times tonight. You know what I mean? They gave effort, but man, Jokic is just nice, man. He's just nice. You know what I mean? And he was just a little bit too much for us tonight, man. So, overall, man, it was a disheartening loss. You know what I mean? But I'm not as angry as I was in the first half. I thought I was going to get on here steaming mad. You know what I mean? But I'm upset. I'm not happy we lost the game, man. But I like the composure that we played with. I like the fact that we came back, did not quit. You know what I mean? Fought to the end. We just got to do a better job of starting games and carrying that momentum throughout the game for all 48 minutes. We got to do a better job. You know what I mean? Coach, if the guards, the point guards aren't playing the way they need to play. I mean, Holiday's our third point guard. He had the best game tonight of all the point guards. So if he needs to get in earlier, because one thing he brought that I saw is he brought energy. He sped the tempo up. And maybe that's what we need at times. You know what I mean? So if we're not getting the shots we need to get the open, we're not moving the ball the way we need to. We're not playing with the pace we need to play with. Coach may need to put Holiday in earlier. You know what I'm saying? He might need to do that, man, until Dinwiddie can get it all the way together. Because I really think that he's still not 100%, man. He's still not 100%. And I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt because if they're all at their peak game between Neto, Dinwiddie, and Holiday, and they all at their A game, then you're going to want Dinwiddie in. Dinwiddie's an overall better player. He's an overall better player. But there's times, especially these last few games, where Holiday came in and provided a spark that we need. That's tempo. And we need tempo. We need tempo. We need a point guard that can get other players open, get them good shots. And right now, Dinwiddie's not doing it the way that I've seen him do it when he played with the Nets. You know what I mean? So I just got to believe that he's still fighting through that injury, getting better, just getting more healthy. I got to believe that, man. We got to give him the benefit of the doubt. But Coach has to see, if he's not giving us what we need, we got quality point guards that can do what we need him to do. And he might have to bench him like he did tonight at the end of the fourth quarter and have Holiday playing closing minutes, man. So, but that's all I got, man. That's all I got, man. It was a tough loss, but again, we played to the end, and we came back, and we made the score respectable because it was ugly. And we were down 30. To lose by 6, but being down 30, it's something, again, there's no moral victories. There's no moral losses. You know what I'm saying? It was a tough loss, point blank period. We got to play better, man. We got to play better. So I'm looking forward to the next game. I'm looking forward. The thing I'm looking forward to the most is just seeing them come out with the intensity that they played with in the second half, but coming out first quarter and carrying that momentum throughout all 48 minutes. That's what I'm looking forward to next game. You know what I mean? So anyway, man, y'all know the drill, man. If y'all like the show, man, I would really appreciate you guys subscribing to the channel, The Wizards Review on YouTube. You can follow us on Twitter and Facebook as well. You can follow me, King Ade DMV, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and also on NBA 2K22 on the Xbox Series S and X. You know what I mean? So anyway, man, tough loss, but we need to shake it off fast. It's not going to get any easier, man. But I was encouraged with what I saw in the second half, and I'm hoping that they could carry that over into the next game and the games following, and the game after that, and the game after that, and the game after that, all the way to the last game of the season. You know what I mean? We need to play better. Bottom line, though. And all jokes aside, we need to play better. They showed the potential in the second half. They need to string a full 48 together. You know what I mean? So anyway, man, that's my time. I hope to see y'all next time. You know what I mean? Subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. All right, man. Take care. Have a good night. Peace.